behave like a rock star.
Just because you're a rock star doesn't mean you can get away with everything. You still have to be a good human being, be a good person, do what your parents tell you to do, and be respectful to everybody around you and treat others the way you want to be treated. Because you can be a rock star and not be a jerk.
I think egos are lame. You know what I mean? And just, you're like every single person here today, and you're not the only one that it took to put on a concert.
You treat people the way that you want to be treated, and you don't demand things. Even if you're so famous, you don't do that.
Rock stars shouldn't lack in education. They should still be educated. They should still be a good person, and they shouldn't be disrespectful, and they shouldn't be a diva and demand things.
I think that's more important than style. I think if you have good manners, you're polite, and you are humble.
Like it or not, you are a role model to people.
You have to have certain morals that are really important.
So to be arrogant and conceited and you know, portray that persona that you're untouchable because you're a celebrity, I think that's wrong.
I think a rock star should behave just like everyone else. They may be on stage every night, but still they're the same person that went to school with you. You know, they're no one better, they're no one different than you.
A lot of people's perception of rock stars is that they can do whatever they want, they can get away, you know, with, you know, doing all these really uncool things that people that they try to make cool, you know, drugs, alcohol, all this, that kind of thing.
Lots of temptations out there when you're playing, and I think it's very important to stay focused and try and stay away from those kind of, you know, temptations and negative forces that you will encounter.
And if you're a teenager, go to school, stay away from drugs, all that stuff. That's not being a rock star. That's just making bad choices.
Because rock stars aren't really different, you know, we're all the same. We all want the same thing. We all want to be happy, and nobody wants to suffer. And you know what? A rock star has the same problems that you have and I have, and we all want the same thing as human beings.
Yeah, I think people think if they're a rock star or an actor that they won't have problems anymore, which of course is not true. But it is a fantasy because everything surrounding that person looks so wonderful. I think that's part of it.
Keep friends and family first. Don't get too caught up in rocking out on stage.
Family comes first for me and my brothers, and I think it's always important for even a big rock star to know where his roots are.
If you're one of the very, very fortunate few that get to be a big rock star, I think, you know, you should really consider yourself grateful.
I think taking advantage of your status as a celebrity or a rock star in a good way is really important.
You have to go and think about others and help them out, because there are people that need help. A lot of them really need help. And what better person to do it than a rock star?
I think it's an admirable thing to do, to use your celebrity to try to bring attention to issues that really need help.
It's so hard. It is so hard to get into the spotlight. You don't want to waste it.
I'm off to school, so catch you later, guys. I gotta go study.
A lot of people think that, you know, once you become a rock star or a musician or whatever, an actor, anything, that you kind of just don't have to do the things that normal kids have to do, like school and chores and all of that. But even we all here have to do it. It doesn't change. You have to do it even when you're on the road, when you're on set, wherever you are.
Oh no, you definitely can't get out of school, ever. I mean, education's so important for any job at all.
It's a real challenge for young performers because in addition to all the demands that all stars, rock stars, TV stars, movie stars have on their time, they have to make time to go to school just like everybody else.
To be in movies or to be a rock star, you have to have a work permit. And to do that, the labor board asks your school if you're qualified to work, which means, do you have good grades? So if you don't keep up your grades in school, then you can't work.
Everyone in this set is going to school every day and working hard. So even we're having fun on set, and you're gonna see we'll probably have tons of video footage of us fooling around, having a great time, but there's also those 4 hours a day that we're sitting in school.
We'll be on set, we'll probably get out of hair and makeup, and we'll run to school. We'll go shoot a scene, we'll go back to school, we'll shoot another scene, go back to school, go to lunch, go back to school. We go to school, it's so weird because I'm like, have you gone to school today? I'm like, yeah, about 4 or 5 times. And they're like, That's something somebody my age would normally say.
We spend a lot of time in school. Whenever we're not filming, we're basically in school. But it's great because Sat and Laura, the teachers, are so much fun and they make it enjoyable, and we all bond in school and we help each other out because we're all in different grades and we all have different strengths, so it's a lot of fun.
This is what we do in the schoolroom.
School.
And
We learn in the school.
So cool though.
We do
Seriously.
our work.
Yeah. Here's Sat being the Canadian teacher who's teaching an American. And I'm the only Canadian in this room, and I'm still not getting help because he doesn't know Spanish. Hola!
Queso e tortilla. Hola.
Queso, la tortilla, hola. That doesn't make sense. And
Buenas noches.
Buenos noches.
Megan, it's 1 o'clock.
Okay, girls, we're in school. Can we please focus?
He's just saying that because the camera's on.
These are hard-working people that we have in our movie, hard-working kids in this movie. They are performing, they are singing, they're dancing, and they're going to school.
They're working hard all day acting, keeping their roles together, keeping their motivation, singing, dancing, performing, looking good. And then when there's downtime, they're in school.
You know, Nick Jonas is another perfect example. You know, Nick actually has to come to set on days when he's not shooting just to go to school because he has to be schooled every day. When he's on tour, he has to be schooled all the time. His level of schooling is no different than any kid in America. But in addition to all the hours that everybody puts into school, Nick has to make time to put on shows. He has to make time to travel from town to town. He has to make time to write his songs that are going to be on his next record or to shoot his videos. So it's a really demanding thing.
You know, it's all good. It's better that way because I get to live my dream and do school. Yay.
Then there's this little thing called practice.